Money is like fire. Controlled, it can warm your home, cook your food, and protect you. But uncontrolled, it will burn everything you've built to the ground. The problem is not that people don't make enough money. It's that most people are setting fire to their wealth without even realizing it. Today I want to talk to you about the dangerous money habit that's silently keeping you in debt forever. The crazy part? Most people do it daily and think it's normal. It's not just a financial habit, it's a mindset trap. If you want to stop being part of the 99% and finally build wealth, subscribe now. This channel is your wake-up call. So, what is this habit? It's spending money you don't have to impress people you don't even like, on things you don't even need. Credit cards, payday loans, buy now, pay later services. They've created a culture where debt feels normal. You don't feel the pain of money leaving your pocket immediately, so you swipe, sign, and forget. Until the bill comes. I'll tell you a story. Years ago, one of my friends, let's call him Daniel, worked in a tech firm. Good salary, decent life. But Daniel always had the newest iPhone, designer clothes, and drove a car way above his pay grade. He financed everything. One day he told me, "Franklin, I feel like I make good money, but I never have any left. I'm stuck." That's when I explained, you don't have an income problem. You have a spending addiction disguised as normal life. And this is the trap. Debt is slavery wearing a shiny suit. The dangerous habit is not debt itself. It's normalizing debt. It's thinking, everyone has a car loan. Credit cards are just part of life. I'll always have some debt. That's how the system works. That mindset makes you poor forever because you don't even question it. You know who benefits? The banks, the lenders, and the people who own the assets you're paying for. They get rich. You stay stuck. Think about this. In the US, the average credit card debt per household is over $6,000. In Canada, more than 40% of people live paycheck to paycheck. In Mexico, consumer debt is skyrocketing because young people are financing everything. And in France, studies show many households rely on revolving credit just to survive. Debt has become culture. That's the dangerous habit. Let me speak to you as Franklin, the wealthy man who has built businesses and advised clients for 15 years. I've seen hundreds of employees, entrepreneurs, and investors. And here's the harsh truth. The rich don't normalize debt. They weaponize it. When I buy real estate with debt, it's not because I can't afford it. It's because tenants pay it down while I keep the asset. When I use a credit line, it funds a business that produces cash flow, not a vacation in Cancun. Debt can be a tool, but when you use it for consumption instead of creation, you're digging your own grave. I remember a lecture I gave at a university. A student asked me, "Franklin, how do millionaires see money differently than regular people?" I answered, "Millionaires ask, how can this dollar create more dollars? Broke people ask, how can this dollar buy me comfort right now?" That's the mindset gap. That's why some stay stuck in debt forever. Now let me give you some practical examples. Imagine two people, Maria in Mexico and David in the US. Maria earns $200 a month. She spends $300 on a phone installment, $250 on credit cards, and $200 on a car loan. Half of her income disappears on debt before she even buys food. David earns $4,000 a month, but he has 2 credit cards, a financed Tesla, and a 30-year mortgage that eats half his paycheck. He feels rich, but he's chained. Both of them are prisoners, not of poverty, but of habits. This is why people with 6-figure salaries can still feel broke, because they spend like slaves who've been given golden handcuffs. Now let me pause, because what my team and I do here, preparing this channel, gathering stories, giving strategies, it takes time, effort, and logistics. If you're getting value from this, hit that subscribe button, not because we need your validation, but because your support fuels us to keep producing content that could literally change lives forever. And if you're a subscriber, know this. I respond to you first in the comments. This is your community. Back to the money habit. One of my clients in France once told me, "Franklin, I always thought having a car loan was a sign of success. That's what society sells us. But real success is freedom, not owing your life to a bank." Think of celebrities. Mike Tyson earned $300 million in his career but went bankrupt. Why? Because he normalized spending more than earning. On the other side, look at Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. He still lives in the same modest house he bought in 1958. That's not luck, it's discipline. So let me give you 3 antidotes to this dangerous habit. First, stop seeing debt as normal. Debt should feel like fire in your pocket, not a comfortable blanket. Second, switch from consumer debt to creator debt. Borrow for investments that make money, not for liabilities that drain you. Third, build the discipline of delay. If you can't buy it twice with cash, you can't afford it. And let's have a little humor here. A guy once told me, "Franklin, I deserve this vacation. I put it on my credit card because life is short." I replied, "Yes, life is short, but debt is long. You'll be paying for that beach sunset for the next 5 years." He laughed, but a year later he came back and said, "You were right, I'm still paying." Now let me ask you, are you currently financing something you don't really need? Be honest, drop it in the comments. Let's talk. This channel is about real conversations on money. And tell me, are you watching from the US, Canada, Mexico, or somewhere else? I love knowing where my audience is tuning in from. Before you go, remember this. Wealth is not built by making money. It's built by keeping it, multiplying it, and refusing to let bad habits steal it from you. Watch the last video in the description and on the end screen. It connects perfectly with what we talked about today. Don't miss it. And I'll leave you with this thought. Debt is not just numbers on a statement. It's chains on your future. Break them, and freedom is yours.